If you're considering a move abroad, or are you just curious about what's involved in getting out of Canada and starting a new life somewhere else, today we're breaking down the passport and visa basics that you'll need. Hey, I'm Mai, a Hmong Canadian now living in Vietnam with my husband and 2 daughters. I'm all about non-traditional living, embracing personal growth, and designing an abundant aesthetic life. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on guides like this, because seriously, why haven't you? So go subscribe. If you're following along with my series, Step-by-Step Guide to Leaving Canada to Start Your Abundant Life, I got a whole playlist just for you. This video is step 4 in this series, and it's all about passports and visas. Alright, so let's get real. Getting your passport and understanding visa requirements can feel overwhelming. Between forms, deadlines, and certain documents, it's a lot to keep track of. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you through it all step by step. Step 1, applying for the passport. Start by picking up an application at your nearest Canadian Post Office, travel agency, or Service Canada location. Or you can download it from the canada.ca website. After that, fill out the application form carefully. This includes your personal details and supporting documents. Then get your passport photo taken. Make sure the photo meets Canadian passport standards and has the photographer's stamp at the back with the address along with the guarantor's signature. Finally, you need a reference signature from a Canadian citizen who has known you for at least 2 years. Step 2, submitting the application. You can submit your completed application either in person at the Service Canada office or by mailing it in. If you apply in person, I personally recommend this option because the staff can check your application on the spot. They can fix any issues immediately, saving you from back and forth if something is missing. Fortunately, at this time, Canada passport applications cannot be fully completed online, but you can download the form online to save time. Step 3, fees and timeline. Here are the fees for Canadian passport applications. So a 5-year adult passport, age 15 or over, is $120. 10 years adult passport is about $160. Child passport from 0 to 15 years old is about $57. And if you need rush services, here are some options for you. Urgent pickup by the end of the next business day is about $110. Express pickup within 2 to 9 business days is about $50. And standard pickup on after 10 business days is about $20. The pickups can be quicker than mail delivery. If you choose to have it mailed, it's free, but it may take a bit longer. Step 4, once you have your passport, apply for a visa with your passport ready. You can start your visa application based on your travel plans. Here are some common visa types. 1 is your tourist visa for general travel, sightseeing, and non-business related visits. There's also a business visa for short-term business trips, attending meetings or conference. And then there's a student visa for studying abroad. Also, there's a work visa if you're planning to work while abroad. There's also a retirement visa offered by certain countries like Thailand, allowing extended stays for retirees. And then there's a digital nomad and freelance visa, becoming more common in the countries like Indonesia and Thailand, ideal for remote workers. Now that you got your passport ready, let's dive into some tips for navigating the visa application process. This insight helped us avoid a lot of hassle. I wish I had known them sooner, so listen up. So 1, start early. The earliest you start your application process, the better. Process time can vary, especially during busy travel seasons, so give yourself plenty of time. It will save you stress later on. Check the requirements carefully. Even countries have specific visa requirements that can change frequently. Always check the official government website for the country you're visiting to get the latest info and necessary documents. Another one is keep copies of everything. Make photocopies of digital scans of your passport, visa, and other important documents. If anything gets lost, having these copies will make reporting way easier. Considering using a visa service. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the paperwork, think about using a visa service. I personally did this with my family, and it was a major help. A family friend of my husband's referred us to the service and knew exactly which visa would work best for us and guide us on what documents we needed. The process was so smooth and it took only about 2 to 3 weeks from start to finish. Another one is stay organized, create a checklist for all your documents you need and keep them organized in one place. Just buy something from like the dollar store and buy a folder to keep all your papers together. This way you won't miss anything important when you're submitting your application. And also know your entry requirements. Some countries may require proof of onwards travel or evidence of significant funds for your stay. So research these details beforehand to avoid any surprise when you arrive. With these tips in the back of your pocket, you'll be much more prepared to tackle the visa application process. All right, I've gone over the basics of getting your passport and understanding visas. Once you tackle this part, the rest of the process becomes much easier. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series. I'll link the playlist at the end of this video and in the description below. Let's keep growing, glowing, and flourishing together as we design our lives full of abundance.